Hello everyone! Today we'll be talking about the fantasy action movie The Demon Strikes Back. Be warned, there are spoilers ahead. Somewhere in India, a group of people tries to wake up a giant monk using the strangest methods they can imagine. The monk's name is Tang. When he wakes up, he's shocked because everyone around him looks tiny. One of the tiny people climbs onto Tang's nose and reveals that he is actually Tang's master. He has come to reward his student for finally achieving his goal. The people bring out a giant magical halo. Tang happily puts it on his back and it begins glowing with incredible light. Tang becomes proud of himself, but the halo suddenly malfunctions and explodes, covering his face in a series of powerful blasts. Then, Tang suddenly wakes up. It was all just a dream caused by the loud thunder outside. In reality, Tang is a poor circus performer who struggles every day just to earn enough money. After finally attracting a few customers, Tang proudly introduces his first disciple, Ju. Instead of entertaining the women, Ju immediately talks about marrying them, frightening them almost instantly. Tang quickly introduces his second disciple, Wu Jing. But Wu Jing's scary appearance terrifies everyone even more. He looks so frightening that even a baby is left traumatized. The women become furious and demand compensation for the terrible performance. Soon an angry crowd surrounds Tang and insults him. Refusing to give up, Tang promises that his final act will make everything better. He proudly introduces the legendary Monkey King, Wukong. But instead of making a grand entrance, Wukong falls out of a tree and lands on the ground like a lifeless frog. Tang desperately begs the audience to give him another chance while coughing so badly that everyone quickly moves away from him. A kind woman with facial hair feels sorry for Tang and offers her buns as a donation. Tang awkwardly accepts the unusual gift. Suddenly, Wukong finally gets serious. He charges straight towards the crowd at incredible speed. He crashes through buildings like a flying bullet, destroying everything around him while creating a massive tornado. Realizing the situation is completely out of control, Tang immediately runs away before the angry people force him to pay for all the damage. After escaping, Tang punishes Wukong by whipping him again and again. Wukong screams in pain while the other disciples watch in fear. It is revealed that Tang defeated Wukong in the past by using the powerful Buddhist palm, trapping the Monkey King beneath giant rocks. Since then, Wukong has suffered terrifying nightmares because of that defeat. As if that wasn't enough, Tang even hugs Wukong every night, pretending the monkey is the woman he once loved, making Wukong's life even more miserable. The next morning, Tang goes into the forest to collect water for his disciples. While exploring deeper into the woods, he discovers a large mansion hidden among the trees. Tang knocks on the door and politely asks for some food. To his surprise, a beautiful woman welcomes him inside and kindly invites him to eat. Tang quickly accepts after seeing several beautiful women appear, trying to charm him with their beauty. As they enter the mansion, Ju is completely mesmerized by the beautiful women, while Tang gratefully thanks their host for the delicious meal. But the woman asks the group to stay longer. She tells Tang that she can take care of him in many other ways, too. Wukong immediately sees through her disguise. He realizes that all the beautiful women are actually spider demons waiting to eat his master. Wukong walks up to the woman and demands that she reveal her true form. Tang becomes furious. He thinks Wukong is being rude, so he pushes all of his disciples outside and scolds them for insulting people who treated them kindly. Moments later, the beautiful women reveal their real forms as terrifying spider demons and surround Tang with no way to escape. Terrified, Tang shouts for Wukong and begs him to come back and save his life. Wukong rushes back just in time. He grabs Tang before the demons can devour him. At the same time, Ju Jing summons his weapon and bravely fights one of the spider demons alone. The spider demon jumps at Ju Jing, pins him against the wall, spits poison into his mouth, and nearly kills him. Even after being poisoned, Ju Jing fights back with everything he has and finally kills the spider demon, barely surviving the battle. Meanwhile, the other spider demons trap Tang inside thick webs and try to drag him away. Wukong tears apart the webs, throws the spider demons into the air, and smashes them through the ceiling. After catching Tang safely, Wukong notices thousands of tiny spiders falling from above and crawling across the ground. Suddenly, the floor collapses beneath them, sending everyone crashing into the basement. They land inside what appears to be a gigantic spider nest hidden beneath the mansion. Tang carefully looks around the nest. Then he discovers a horrifying creature made from thousands of tiny spiders. This is the spider demon's true final form. Without wasting a second, Wukong charges forward, punches straight through the monster, grabs its head, and defeats it within moments. Tang quickly tells Wukong not to kill the creature because he wants to guide it toward goodness. But Wukong ignores the order. He tears off the monster's head and smashes it over and over until nothing remains except dust. Tang is furious that Wukong keeps taking lives without mercy. Wukong feels no guilt at all and believes he did the right thing. The group leaves the dangerous forest and continues their journey. Zhu helps Zhu Jing walk because the spider's poison has forced him back into his demon form. After traveling for some time, they arrive in a desert and finally reach a strange city filled with colorful decorations. Tang is amazed by the city's unique culture, while the local people stare at Zhu Jing as if they have never seen anyone like him before. Soon, a group carrying flags stops them, and the city's minister, Gong, warmly welcomes the travelers. The group is taken to the king's palace, where they find people dancing wildly to entertain their childish king. The king orders Tang to perform magic for everyone's entertainment. Tang politely explains that he is a monk, not a magician, and refuses to perform. The king becomes furious and orders Tang to be executed immediately. With no other choice, Tang agrees to perform and follows everyone backstage. Backstage, Wukong suggests using the obedience talisman to control Tong's movements during the performance. Tong becomes nervous. He fears the plan could either make him look amazing or embarrass him in front of everyone. Wukong ignores Tong's complaints, sticks the talisman onto his back, and pushes him onto the stage. The audience is stunned as Tong suddenly jumps high into the air and moves with unbelievable speed. But Tong's worst fear comes true. Wukong starts dancing in a ridiculous way, forcing Tong to copy every single move. The entire audience watches in complete silence, not knowing how to react. The performance gets even worse when Wukong slaps Zhu on the head. Because of the talisman, Tong accidentally slaps the king across the face. The king cries in front of everyone, while Tong repeatedly apologizes for the accident. Suddenly, Wukong rushes toward the king at incredible speed and punches him over and over again. The king spits flames from his mouth, blasting Wukong across the room. Wukong blocks the fire and realizes the truth. The king is actually the red demon, Nezha, who has been causing chaos in the kingdom. Nezha attacks with lightning-fast punches, but Wukong easily blocks them and strikes the demon again and again. Furious, Nezha summons his magical weapons. His terrifying aura blows everyone backward, sending Wu Jing flying across the courtyard. Nezha throws his spinning blades at Wukong, trying to slice him apart. Wukong is knocked out of the palace, but quickly kicks the spinning wheels back toward Nezha. Nezha flies into the sky with his giant weapons and gathers enormous fire energy inside his body. He unleashes a massive tornado of flames toward Wukong. Countless demons emerge from the fire and charge at Wukong from every direction. Wukong creates a giant shield and desperately tries to block the endless attacks. But the overwhelming force breaks through his defense and smashes him back into the palace. Nezha laughs and insults Wukong, calling him a filthy monkey. Enraged, Wukong pulls out the magical flags behind his back and lifts the entire palace into the air. Holding his magical staff, Wukong charges straight toward Nezha.
Neja answers with another wave of powerful flames. Wukong spins his flags to blow the fire away and finally overpowers the red demon. Flames ignite inside Wukong's eyes. He fires them at Neja, blasting the demon into the ground. Wu Jing immediately freezes Neja with his icy breath, leaving the demon completely helpless. Tang quickly uses his sealing technique to capture Neja. Neja is transformed into a small doll, and Tang gives it to Minister Gong, hoping she can guide the evil spirit towards goodness. The heroes then discover the real king locked inside the palace basement and finally free him. To thank Tang for saving the kingdom, the real king offers him one of his concubines as a reward.
But when Tang looks closely at the king's concubines, he is shocked by their strange appearance and finally understands why the king was so eager to give one away. Luckily, Tang notices one beautiful young woman among them. The king asks the girl to perform a dance to celebrate the hero's victory. The girl dances beautifully like a graceful swan, while the other women watch her with jealousy. Watching her dance reminds Tang of the woman he once loved, who danced for him under the moonlight long ago. Tang quickly falls in love with the girl and decides to let her travel with him on his journey to India. He learns that her name is Bai, and before long, the two grow very close as they continue traveling together. But Wukong doesn't trust Bai. He believes she might actually be a demon hiding behind a human appearance. Wukong uses a magical mirror to reveal her true form. However, the mirror only reflects the image of a normal, beautiful woman. Still unconvinced, Wukong cuts Bai's wrist and lets her blood fall onto the mirror to test his theory. Instead of proving she is a demon, the test seems to prove that she is completely human. Frustrated, Wukong's actions only make Tang trust Bai even more. Persistent, refusing to give up, Wukong insists on visiting Bai's family, believing that no demon could have real human parents. To everyone's surprise, they arrive at a peaceful village where Bai's family warmly welcomes them. Wukong becomes even more confused because everything looks completely real. Instead of accepting what he sees, Wukong suddenly attacks Bai's family, throwing people against the walls and claiming they are only illusions. Tang rushes in and tries to stop him. Tang accuses Wukong of trying to kill every woman he has ever loved. It is revealed that the woman from Tang's memories died while protecting him from Wukong long ago. That painful event created a deep wound between master and disciple that was never healed. Wukong turns away from Tang, transforms into his true demon form, and begins killing everyone in the village to prove they are fake. Tang runs after him, hoping to stop the massacre. But when he arrives, he only finds the terrible destruction left behind. Wukong laughs at Tang for believing the illusion. He walks toward Bai, determined to kill her so Tang will finally accept the truth. Tang stands in front of Bai and refuses to let Wukong harm another innocent person. Tang attacks with his powerful Buddha palm, but Wukong easily overpowers him and strikes him with his weapon. Seeing Tang about to die, Bai begs Wukong to spare his life. Bai finally confesses the truth. She admits that she really is a demon and that the entire village was created by her magic. Even after hearing the truth, Wukong's anger does not fade. He transforms into a gigantic stone demon, towering over the mountains like a massive King Kong. The giant monkey roars loudly, leaps onto a nearby mountain, and accidentally drops Bai during the climb. Suddenly, a powerful voice echoes through the mountains. Minister Gong appears floating through the sky alongside the red demon, Neja. Gong explains that she has been the true mastermind behind all the chaos in the kingdom. She used Bai to turn Wukong against Tang so she could take revenge on everyone and reclaim her power. But Gong doesn't realize one important thing. Wukong never actually swallowed Tang. The monk is completely safe. Tang and Wukong had known Bai was a demon from the very beginning. They only pretended to believe her so they could expose the real mastermind behind everything. Realizing that her plan has failed, Minister Gong orders the red demon, Nausea, to attack immediately. Wu Jing quickly breathes out freezing ice and traps Nausea before he can fight back. Wukong takes the opportunity and smashes the frozen demon into pieces with a single devastating attack. Furious, Gong unleashes a massive shockwave that sends everyone flying except Wukong. Wukong shields Tong with his tail while standing firm against Gong's overwhelming power. Wukong charges straight at Gong with incredible speed and crashes into the mountain. Swiftly, Gong easily dodges the attack and escapes onto her flying cloud. Determined, Wukong chases after her, smashing through the mountains standing in his way. Shockingly, suddenly Gong summons a gigantic false Buddha along with a massive tsunami. Wukong grabs his magical staff and prepares to stop the enormous waves. Gong controls the giant Buddha statue and uses its massive palms to force the tsunami toward Wukong. Wukong overpowers the attack, pushes the waves back, and jumps onto his flying cloud to continue the battle. But Gong is much faster than expected. She unleashes countless palm strikes that force Wukong to dodge desperately. Moments later, even more giant Buddha statues rise from the ocean. Each statue carries a different elemental power, surrounding Wukong from every direction. The statues attack together, trapping Wukong inside a storm of powerful elemental energy. Just as Wukong is about to be defeated, a gigantic arm suddenly rises from the ocean. The enormous arm destroys the fake Buddha statues and frees Wukong from the deadly trap. Tong finally uses his mighty Buddha palm against Gong. The attack completely defeats Gong and she falls directly into Wukong's hand. A brilliant golden aura appears before the group as the real Buddha arrives. The Buddha congratulates the team for capturing one of his former disciples. Gong reveals her true identity as a golden phoenix that escaped from heaven and brought chaos to the human world. After the battle, the group returns to the mountains. There, they find Bai badly injured from the fight. Tong comforts Bai and helps prepare her soul to move peacefully into the next life. Before dying, Bai asks Tong one final question. She wants to know if he ever truly loved her. Tong gently tells her that he can never love another woman because his heart still belongs to the woman he lost long ago. Hearing his answer, Bai sheds tears, peacefully passes away, and her body slowly turns into dust. Sometime later, Tong and his disciples continue their journey toward India to recover the sacred scriptures. As they travel, Tong continues seeing visions of the woman he truly loved, knowing that she will always remain in his heart. That's the end of the movie. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you enjoyed this recap, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.